What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're back here on Madden 25 once again here for another rebuild, and we're pretty much getting into the good teams that don't really need me to do them, but we're doing all 32 teams, and today we're starting with the we're continuing with the Chargers. Well, last night just had a massive win against the Cincinnati Bengals. It looked like the Chargers were about to do it again and blow a massive lead after the first half. They hung on, got it done. Let's just go ahead and jump in and rebuild the Chargers in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Funny enough, I'm actually recording this right after that Chargers and Bengals game just ended. Pretty wild game, man. Pretty wild. But let's just go ahead and get straight into this lineup, because obviously one thing I have to say up top, I am so happy for Justin Herbert, man. Herbert, I've always been really high on Justin Herbert, and for him to finally have a good coach, I feel is awesome for him. So you have Justin Herbert, you have J.K. Dobbins, Gus Edwards, Josh Palmer, DJ Chark, who I don't think has really played that much, Quentin Johnston. Obviously, the biggest thing we're missing right now is Ladd McConkey. Not sure why he's not in the lineup. And then on defense, you got Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James. So there's some things to like about this team, but the one thing we need to fix right away is we need to get Ladd McConkey in the depth chart, because he may have missed a game or two, which is why Madden maybe has him benched, but he needs to get in there. So Ladd McConkey, where are you? There you are. So Ladd McConkey can be our wide receiver 2 or whatever. Josh Palmer, Ladd McConkey, that's what it needs to look like. Without further ado, of course, as usual, the Chargers start 7-3 on the season thus far. We'll see if they can continue on what they've done this far and see if Madden thinks this team is going to make the playoffs. I mean, I think 3 more wins probably gets you in if I had to guess. Let's go ahead, submit the rest of the season, and let's see if we make the playoffs in Madden 25 to start this rebuild. So at the end of the season, we finish up at 12-5, and we draw the Baltimore Ravens in round 1. So should be a fun little matchup to start this video. We got offense 16th in the NFL, which is great. And on the defense side of the football, we have 12th in the NFL. So both sides of the ball pretty good. 29-6 from Justin Herbert. J.K. Dobbins, 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. Super happy for J.K. as well. Obviously, has had so many injuries. And is having a great season so far for the Chargers. Ladd McConkey led the way with 1,000. Josh Palmer with 700. Quentin Johnston's had a pretty solid season thus far as well. Sacks wise, he had 8 from Khalil Mack, 6 from Joey Bosa, 5.5 from Morgan Fox, and then I don't know how to say his name fully, but 5.5 sacks from Thule, and then 3 interceptions from Gilman, 3 from Fulton, 3 from Moden, and then 2, and then Bud Dupree with an interception as well. All right. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump in and play the Ravens in round 1. We got the Harbaughs going at it. They get to play actually I think it's Monday night, if I'm not mistaken, in real life. But let's jump in and see if we can knock off the Ravens in round 1 to start this video. So heading to Baltimore, and like I said, Jim versus John, a lot of storylines to like here. Let's see how this goes. Simulating this game, we're going to go up 3-0, but the Ravens respond with a touchdown. I probably won't jump into this one since it's early in the video. I'm just going to let this play out. It's 10-14, so close game thus far. 16-14, but they take the lead back. And now it's going to be 19-21. We have the ball in the 4th quarter, and we're going to take the lead back, but the Ravens will take it with 29-26. Okay, I lied. I'm going to jump in for 15 seconds because that's not very long. Let me see if I can make some magic happen in 15 seconds. More than likely, clearly not, but let's see if I can make something happen. Obviously, we don't really have any great wide receivers to throw to just yet. That would be something we can maybe address in the offseason, or we'll see. So I'm just gonna throw this up to Josh Palmer and hope for the best. I mean, more than likely, like I said, we're probably, all we gotta do is get in field goal range. I just thought about that. I don't know why I thought we needed a touchdown. So I just wasted a few seconds there. Probably could have been, probably would have been better if I had noticed that right away. But you got Hayden Hurst out here as well, who I don't think has even played this year. I'm pretty sure he's hurt before the season started or something. So I'm gonna see. Oh, that's a dot. If I could have gotten over Marlon Humphrey, but I felt good about that one too, man. That sucks. All right, well, what can you do, right? So I'm obviously not gonna do Hail Mary. We can't do play action in this scenario. I'm gonna go back to that same play as verticals, whatever. So I could throw Josh Palmer to go route as well. I might as well just go ahead and do that. Just send everybody, obviously, towards the end zone. We obviously need that. Let's see if we can make some. Ooh, Josh Palmer is there, but I don't think. Yeah, we don't have the timeout. We don't have the timeout, unfortunately. So that's going to be the way this one ends. We lose to the Ravens. If I would have noticed that we only need a field goal, could have been a lot better early. But I will say, still a lot more work that could be done on this team, so I'm not too upset about it. Let's just get in the offseason. So straight into the resigning stage we go, as we have $99 million in cap space. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have going on here. So we have Asante Samuel, who I forgot about as well, who's been hurt, I think, this season. So that's going to be a massive to get him back. J.K. Dobbins, Joshua Palmer, Zion Johnson. There's actually some pretty important Khalil Mack, who obviously is a little bit older. But if the money is right, we could definitely bring him back. Okay, after that, it falls off a little bit. But definitely some guys that are interesting to bring back. So let's just go ahead and start off the top, of course, with Asante Samuel. Yeah, absolutely. Bringing back Asante Samuel. Totally forgot about him. Not even going to lie to you. But I assume he may have got hurt before the season started. I didn't realize how many injuries the Chargers have been dealing with. It's kind of crazy. So J.K. Dobbins, I mean, assuming he finished out the season healthy, he's been phenomenal. I think he's a must re-sign if you're the Chargers, so that's great. Josh Palmer, still a solid wide receiver 3. I think if you keep him. We have Quentin Johnston, Ladd McConkey, who's up to an 85, so that's great too. I still think getting another wide receiver is probably in our best interest. Zion Johnson, I'm going to go and accept a 5th-year option on, but it wouldn't surprise me if the Chargers decline that. Poona Ford, who's up to a star development, we can go ahead and bring him back as well if he's fine with the... Nah, he's not. So, no big deal. Not going to worry about that too much. Khalil Mack is the interesting one because obviously superstar X Factor. I think I will keep him just to, keep him around for pass rushing purposes. So, I think I'm good with everybody else leaving though. So let's just get straight into free agency and see what we're going to work with there. We have $56 million in cap space, and we'll see as well if there's anybody that's like an obvious cut. So let's take a look at the team salaries and see what we got going on here. So savings wise, we got Joey Bosa we could cut to save $25 million. Derwin James to save $9 million. Trey Pipkins to save, oh, that's an easy one to me. Save $6 million by cutting Trey Pipkins. Yeah, sign me up for that. So Trey Pipkins can go 72 overall. We can replace him elsewhere if we need to get a new guard. All right, what else we got? So Bud Dupree, yeah, we can go to save $3 million. It's down to us. I mean, I remember when this guy first came in the league. I can't believe he's already 32, but he must have been old out of college. Regardless, let's take a look at this lineup fully healthy and see what we're working with, because obviously, like I said, I didn't realize how many injuries the Chargers were actually dealing with until I just saw it. So let's see what we got. So we got Ladd McConkey already up to superstar, which is great. Joe Alt, of course, their first round picks up to superstar, which is great. Zion Johnson, Rashawn Slater. So offensive line is great. We definitely need to replace our center and right guard. And we have Josh Palmer, Quentin Johnston, Dobbins, Justin Herbert. Will Dissly has been pretty good for the Chargers this year, surprisingly. But definitely wouldn't mind another wide receiver if possible. So to me, obviously, offensive line is a major problem to deal with, center and right guard specifically. Another tight end may not be too bad to go get. I definitely don't mind a potential another wide receiver, but it's not the worst wide receiver in the room in the world. All right, so Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa still looks good, and definitely defense needs a lot more work. So Gilman is a solid free safety, and Derwin James, of course. So we got 27-year-old Alohi Gilman. I don't know if I said that name correctly, but D-line needs some work. Our linebacker core definitely could use some work as well. Corners need some work, so yeah, a lot to address on this defense, not going to lie. So we'll see what we can do in free agency to help that. And the worst part is, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James are all really old as well, or older, I guess. So we don't really have a young defense. So we really need to do what we can to try to better this defense as quick as possible with the guys we have, highlighting it being stars that are older, over 30. So I've made some offers in free agency, and it's actually a pretty good free agency class, but there's so many competitive offers here. So we've made 5 offers because that's how good this free agency class is. So Javon Holland's sitting here, and we don't necessarily need Javon Holland, but he is the best player in this free agency, and he actually has some interest in coming over here. So I definitely think we go for him. 25 years old. Ryan Kelly, for obvious reasons, we need a new center, but the Vikings are competitive with us. Will Hernandez replace our right guard spot for now. Rashid Shaheed, and then Ernest Jones. So we'll see if we get lucky on any of these guys. I would love to land most of these players. I'll throw even more money at Javon Holland if needed. I think he'd be a great player to bring into this Chargers organization. Same thing with Ryan Kelly. I mean, I give him quite a bit of money, but I'll up the offer even more if that makes any difference at all. Will Hernandez, number 1 offer. It looks like the Rams are coming in strong on Rashid Shaheed. So we'll offer a nice little contract to Rashid Shaheed as well. And then Ernest Jones. I actually really want Ernest Jones if possible because I think he'd be a really good middle linebacker to bring in. So we've maybe made some overpays here, but I would love to, get out of here with all 5 if possible. More than likely that's not going to happen, but we get 3. So we get Will Hernandez, Rashid Shaheed, and Ernest Jones. So not bad. 3 players we definitely needed, but obviously missing out on Ryan Kelly And also Javon Holland sucks. It stings because that would have been awesome to get all those or get those two as well. But bringing in Ernest Jones, Rashid Shaheed, and Will Hernandez isn't too bad either. So yeah, missing out on those two guys who are the best players in free agency sucks. Now we could go for Justin Simmons, but I think Javon Holland was just kind of a luxury buy because 25 years old, no brainer. Had some interest coming here. Unfortunately, decided not to though. Okay, so we got our wide receiver, got our guards. We do still need a center. I don't know if that still exists here, but we got Dahlman, who is here, David Andrews, who's 33. I guess that gives us somebody, because right now our center was Alex Leatherwood, which obviously not even really a center. So I think getting David Andrews would not be too bad just for now as a filler. D line is definitely still a problem. So you can get to Fatuski, Gerald Taylor, Marcus Davenport would have been an interesting one to go get. Drake Jackson, Larry and Joby. I can go for Drake Jackson, still pretty young. Maybe could turn into a star for us. So Drake Jackson, we'll bring him in. We'll go for him. No competitive offers on him. Josh Uche, who obviously the Chiefs traded for, but he has interest in coming to us. So yeah, sign me up for Josh Uche as well. 26. I think we can definitely improve this D-line a little bit with some of these new signings. That's fantastic thus far. Josh Uche, and then D-tackle, we got Futaski. I mean, our D-tackle right now is what? Christopher Ninton. So yeah, we can give a 1-year deal to Fatukasi, I think is how you say it. So we'll see if we get those guys, and that'd be a pretty successful free agency class in my opinion. So Josh Uche, Otoski, David Andrews, Drake Jackson. Hopefully we can land all 4 of these guys. That'd be fantastic just to give us some depth there on all positions, and we do get all 4. So that's a great free agency class in my opinion. Nice little haul. Now we go into the draft with obviously some needs still filled, but I definitely think we gave ourselves some starters everywhere, which is good because then we can kind of go in the draft and figure out what we want to do. So a center and right guard still a big focus. A new tight end in the future is great. Rashid Shaheed, I think, is a great addition to this team. Defensively, bringing in Ernest Jones, I think, is awesome. D-line looks a little bit better. A corner is still a massive problem. Getting Javon Holland would have been awesome too, but unfortunately missed out on that. Other than that, let's just go ahead and get into this draft and continue on with building this team up. So our first round pick will be at number 22. So it'll be interesting to kind of see what is available to us when we are on the board. So we're going to see what is available to us. So corner is definitely my number 1 need, but I don't know if we'll be able to get that with where we're at. So we have Quinn Ewers, we have Siobhan Revel, who I've heard good things about, but his grades in Madden just suck, so I can't confidently draft him, unfortunately. So we got a left guard, which, I mean, we kind of addressed that. Colson Leveland out of Michigan. I'm not really sure drafting a tight end in round 1 is justified. Like, yeah, we do need a tight end, but do we really reach for that right now? We got a middle linebacker, which I won't go for. Isaiah Bond, we don't need another wide receiver. Running back's not necessary. A D tackle doesn't sound too bad. Obviously, we also have Benjamin Morrison, so I'll look at him in just a second. But let's look at Tyleek Williams. Ooh, he looks pretty good. So Williams, that's definitely something I need to take a look at. So Williams, and then let me look at that other cornerback before I just jump on Williams. But a D tackle is definitely a massive need as well. So Benjamin Morrison and Notre Dame definitely is going to be. And we also have Davidson at Ohio State. So let's take a look at both these guys before we make a selection. So Morrison looks good as well. All right, so Benjamin Morrison could be the pick. We have 3 guys we're looking at. I'm going to look at this last guy really quickly and then make a decision on the fly. So Davidson, I don't know how to say his last. Yeah, he's not the guy. So, all right, do I want the D tackle or do I want the corner? And to me, we signed ourselves a starter at the D tackle spot. Obviously, we need someone in the future. But I think getting a corner is definitely more important at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and draft Benjamin Morrison here in round 1 with our first selection. And we got number 10 in True Value, drafted him at 22. Great pick. Hidden dev. Awesome. He's got 94 speed as well. I know I saw a comment in the last video saying speed is very important. So glad we were able to get that done. I will say his hair looks crazy. He was like bald with like a ponytail in the back. What are we doing? All right, let's get to round 2. Let's see what we can do here. So in round 2, take a look what we got going on here. So in round 2, we got Siobhan Revel still on the board. Jalen Walker. Nick, we got a wide receiver, quarterback, Garrett Nussmeier. Tyler Warren, okay, tight end, definitely still interesting to go take. So let's see what we got on Tyler Warren. B catching traffic, C to F catching, B to D deep route. Needs work on simple concentration drops. Okay, what else we got? Skills, acceleration solid, A break tackle. Or Tyler Warren, this guy's out of Penn State, isn't he? Is this the Penn State guy? Because that dude's, I mean, I was watching the Penn State game this weekend. This dude's kind of a beast. Yeah, it is. I mean, that dude, they had him running like, he ran for like a 40-yard touchdown or something like that. I'm not saying like that makes him like a great player or anything, but getting Derek Harmon at our D tackle spot, I think looks a little bit better. As much as getting Tyler Warren would have been awesome too, I'm going to take Derek Harmon and focus on the defense. So welcome to LA. Number 51 true value dropping to 54. I definitely think that was a great selection for us as well. But Tyler Warren, definitely would not have minded taking him. I doubt he falls to us in round 3, but I would have considered it if he does fall here, but I'm assuming he already went. I don't see his name off the board yet. The tight end out of LSU went, Mason Taylor. But let's see. We got Drew Aller, speaking of Penn State, Kyron Lacey, Swenson. So this will be the last pick we make. Dorian Strong out of Virginia Tech. We got a wide receiver. We got Torrey Holton. Do we have any other tight end prospects that are worth looking at? Let's see. Not really. So nothing to look at there, I don't think. All right, so let's just go take a look. All positions. I low-key just might take Siobhan Revel, C to F man coverage, C zone. Never taken him before. I just can't. Those grades just don't look great, man. I don't know. I'm nervous about selecting him. He could be a waste of a pick, but his projection was round 1. Do I take the gamble or do I take Dorian Strong instead? Let's see what Dorian Strong is looking like. He looks just much better, miles better. I'm going to take Dorian Strong with this selection. Double down at the cornerback position. Number 110 in true value, only normal dev, but at the end of the day, we get ourselves another corner in the room, which I think is definitely needed. So, an all defense draft so far, but I'm going to let my assistant GM take care of the rest, and we'll see what the labs going in are looking like going into year 2. So here's the lab going into year number 2. Offense obviously didn't change too much. It looks like Madden drafted us a pretty solid backup running backs. That's nice to see. We got Rashid Shaheed, of course, here now. Offensive line changes a little bit, but I still do think that offensive line will be important to address in the offseason. Will Disley still the tight end, but eventually we'll probably change that. Loudon McConkey's our wide receiver 1. Defensively, you have Ernest Jones, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James, Gilman, Asante Samuel, Benjamin Morrison's a 79 overall of the draft, which is great. I honestly might go ahead and start Harmon right away over Fatu Kasi just to let him develop as much as possible. Drake Jackson and Josh Uche were our 2 free agency additions. So we'll see how this season goes. Obviously made the playoffs last year at 12-5, fell short to the Ravens. Let's see if this year we can make it back to the playoffs and this time go a little bit deeper in a postseason run. And of course, at the end of year number 2, we finish up at 7-10 and aren't even close to making the playoffs. So that just kind of happens in Madden sometimes, where they just don't like your team. The Raiders were better than us. The Browns were better than us. The Titans were better than us. So yeah, just in a very unfortunate simulation type year for us. Let's take a look at the player stats to kind of see where we maybe went wrong. So offense was 29th in the NFL, so not great at all. And the defensively 6th in the NFL. So defense was good, with 23-16 from Herbert, 10 touchdowns from J.K. Dobbins, 900 yards. Loudon McConkey, still our leading receiver. Will Disley, Rashid Shaheed. So not bad there. Defensively, sacks-wise, you had 7.5 from Joey Bosa, 7 from Khalil Mack. But overall, mostly a disappointing season. I'm glad to see the defense was good, but yeah, not happy with the offense by any means, obviously. So we need to get straight to work in this offseason and figure out where we went wrong and then address anything we could address. I don't know if there's going to be... I know Joey Bosa is a free agent, so it'd be interesting to see how much cap space we have going into the season. I don't know what it's going to look like. But yeah, obviously, next season we have to make the playoffs, no matter what. Like, we can't miss it back-to-back years with Herbert. Missing it this year sucked. We have $77 million in cap space, so we'll have some money to work with. We have the Chiefs and the Lions in the Super Bowl, so that's interesting. But all right, let's get into this offseason, and let's see what we got going on in free agency as far as our re-signings must be. So Rashawn Slater, obviously must re-sign. Joey Bosa, I think I'll still re-sign him. Gilman, I wouldn't mind upgrading from Gilman, and after that, it's nobody too important. So to me, it's just Joey Bosa, and we can move on from Quentin Johnson. I mean, it's a 5th-year option. We don't have to accept that. But Rashawn Slater is a no-brainer. Like, we got to keep Rashawn Slater around. So you keep your franchise tackle, obviously. Joey Bosa, I do want to bring back as well. But we'll see. If he's asking, no, he's going to come back. All right. So that gives us $25 million in cap space to work with. So we'll see what free agency is looking like. And then obviously we can maybe cut somebody else or maybe restructure a Herbert contract and just go all in on this season. So let's take a look at the lineup, and we'll look at team salaries and all that in just a second. So offensive line still going to need help because our center is gone, David Andrews, of course. We definitely need to offensive line definitely needs some help on the defense side of football. Defense, strong safety. Or sorry, it's gonna be free safety because obviously Derwin James is the strong safety. Armin's a superstar. Cam Hart's up to a star. Dwayne Strong. So I feel fine about our cornerback room. To me, it's obviously Khalil Mack is gone, must have retired. So I guess Thule will step up there. So we need a free safety more than anything, and then we need offensive line help. So let's take a look at and tight end. So let's see if that is available to us in free agency or not. So we have Brock Purdy, which we obviously don't need. Mark Andrews is interesting, bringing him from the Ravens to the Chiefs. Obviously going from one Harbaugh to the other. Joe Thuney, Zach Tom, Marcus Williams, who was really good. I know he kind of fell off in Baltimore, but you know, one man's trash, another man's treasure, like Mike Tomlin said. There's so many good free agents, and we don't have a ton of cap space. So, kind of want to. Iquanu is a free agent. Did I just see that correctly? Wasn't that guy? Wasn't he just a first round pick? Let's see. Is Iquanu here? Like I just saw him. Yeah, Iquanu's here. Wow, interesting. Okay, 25-year-old left tackle just sitting out there in free agency. Let's take a look at team. I want to see what team salaries is looking like because there's so many good free agents I want to go after. But we don't have enough money to go after all of them. So let's take a look and see if there's any way to free up any money. So we have Derwin James being cut, who we're not cutting. Drake Jackson was our free agency signing last year. Yeah, there's no obvious cut here. So Rashawn Slater, who we just signed. Justin Herbert would free up $14 million in cap space. Joey Bosa, we just signed back, obviously. Ernest Jones, we just gave a contract to. Asante Samuel. So to me, the only thing we can really do is restructure Justin Herbert's contract. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to free $14 million in cap space because I want to go all in on this free agency class and get a couple good players if possible. So that gives us $40 million in cap space. So that, in theory, should give us enough money to sign 2 players at least. So Andrews would be the first guy to go after because I do think getting a tight end would be a game changer. And then center, I mean, Ryan Kelly, we could go for a safety. To me, it's safety. It's safety and tight end as the most important positions to go after. There are some offensive line guys I like as well. Let's take a look. So, Marcus Williams to me makes a ton of sense, I think. That's kind of who I'm going to go for. Adolfwe's here. Like I said, there's so many good free agency options, but we got to go for Marcus Williams. He has no other offers, so we, in theory, should have a good chance of getting him. So I'm just going to offer a straight... Now, he's not interested in that too much. We got to offer a little bit more. We'll give him just a tad bit more. Like I said, he hasn't been great in Baltimore, but hopefully we can get him to play better here. And then let's look at Andrews because I think that would really complete things for us. So Mark Andrews has some other offers, but we'll come in with a very good offer to bring him in to give Herbert another great weapon to throw to. And where's number 1 offer? So we should, in theory, get Mark Andrews, but I'm pretty sure I've been his number 1 offer before, and he said no to us. So 2 Ravens. If we can get them to come to the Chargers, that'd be great. Let's see if that ends up happening. And of course, as I said, we don't get Mark Andrews. He goes to the Bears. Okay. We don't get Mark Andrews. There's no better tight end. So maybe we shift our attention to, we can go for Ryan Kelly. We can go for one of the guards. Brandon Sheriff is here. We can go for Joe Thuney to give ourselves a legit offensive line. I actually don't mind the idea of that. Sure, why not? Joe Thuney. We'll go for Joe Thuney. Let's give ourselves a legitimate offensive line. We can move Will Hernandez to center or something. Let's see if he signs with us. And that's going to give us a great offensive line with Herbert. So I don't mind that. We restructured Herbert's contract to bring in Marcus Williams and Joe Thuney, which gives us a legit offensive line, which I feel great about. So now you have Slater, you have freaking Joe Alt, and you have Joe Thuney. I mean, that's fantastic. That's a great offensive line. So that feels great. Like I said, I'd probably play Will Hernandez as center at this point unless we draft a center. But we'll see. I guess I'll take a look at that. Maybe we move him to center eventually. But now, tight end still becomes a problem. And defensively, we bring in Marcus Williams. That helps out a little bit there. So yeah, now we're just going to the draft, feeling a little free. The one position I think we need, is on offense. Center and tight end becomes the most important things to go after if that is available to us. We have the 9th overall pick in this one. So let's see who is available to us at number 9. So we got Marvin Jones, Parker, Jermaine Matthews, Zachariah Branch, Anthony Hill going off the board so far. Okay, let's take a look at what our options are here at pick 9. So we have Trey Moore, we have Spencer Fano, we have a quarterback in Nico out of Tennessee, Peter Woods, Carnell Tate. Not feeling anything so far, not going to lie to you. So like I said, tight end and safety is tight end and center is the biggest thing we need. And I see neither option really here. So I mean, we could come down to Luke, but that would probably be reaching a little bit. What about centers? What centers we got in the board? So clearly not a guy we should be drafting in round 1, clearly. So I think we trade this pick. I think we trade down the board. I think that'd be the best thing to probably do. Let's pause this draft so we can kind of trade some or look at the options. So let's review the offers on this pick and let's see what makes the most sense for us. So number 9, we trade down to 16 and get a 2028 third rounder. Okay. We can trade down to 17 and get a 2027 third rounder. That's a 2027 first, 2028 first, so that doesn't help us now in this draft. I do want to keep a first round pick in this draft. So number 19 and a second round pick in the future. 24, 29, 28, what else? 23, 55 in this draft. Okay. 23 and 55 in this draft is definitely appealing. I might do that one. 23 and 55 and a third round pick in the future. So we're trading down, what, 22 spot? Or sorry, that's not the right math. 12 spots, kind of, or 14 spots, if I can do math correctly. Trading down 14 spots and getting a second round pick. Yeah, I'm going to do this with the Eagles. I feel like the tight end will still be there. If he's not, then whatever, I'll take the L. But we trade down to 23 and we'll see what is available to us. And honestly, I kind of have this idea if, which the tight end is still available to us. We're going to take him with our first round pick, I think. So let's see. We got Nico still on the board, but as promised, I think I'm going to go ahead and take Luke here at Arkansas. So Luke will be the pick in round 1 to get ourselves another weapon for Justin Herbert. So feeling good about that. I didn't even look to see if he was hidden dev, but I'm pretty sure I've drafted him in the past and he has been. So yeah, feeling good about that one. And then we'll see if there is a center available in round 2. We have a couple of second round picks now for that. Let's see what we can do here with our first one. So strong safety. We could take a safety because Derwin James obviously ain't going to be here forever. And we do have Sab, who looks okay thus far. I mean, he could be a good, solid pick. Trevor Etienne, which we're not going to take. We have a lot of safeties on the board. Justin Haynes, D-tackle, Jordan Huddle, Georgia. We don't need another D-tackle, and he doesn't look great enough for me to take him anyway. What's about Kendall Daniels? He looks all right. All right, what do we want to do here? So is there a center on the board still left or still worth taking is my question. There is one quite a bit down the board. I think I'd draft it with my next pick if he's there. So I'm going to go ahead and just take this strong safety at the top here to start this or to continue on this draft. Alabama strong safety, give us some depth there. Keon Sab out of Alabama. Let's see what he's looking like. Number 25 true value, dropped to 41. So really solid, normal or hidden dev. So I got to feel great about that. And now let's get to our next selection. If the center is available, I think I'm taking him in round 2. So it looks like he might be on the board, but let's make sure we're not passing up on any other talent. The Singleton goes. We got a free safety. What else? We got some corners. We got another wide receiver. But I think for the positional need, we will come down to Sansford out of Alabama and give ourselves the center we're looking for. So Parker Brailsford, number 41 true value, only normal dev, but I still think that was a necessary pick. I'm going to let my assistant GM take care of the rest as we're just going to get straight into year 3 in the hopes of getting back in the playoffs. So the lineup is looking like this going into season number 3. Our tight ends hidden dev at that 75 overall spot, which is feeling good. Our centers are 73 overall starting. We got Joe Thuney, Rashawn Slater, Joe Alt, Zion Johnson, Dobbins, Ott. So our running back duo is low-key pretty good. So that feels great to see. We have Caden Salter. I believe he's from Liberty, if I'm not mistaken. On the defense side of the football, you have Henley, Ernest Jones, Joey Bosa, Tooley, Marcus Williams, Derwin James backed up by Sab. You got Benjamin Morrison, Harmon, Josh Uche, Drake Jackson, Cam Hart, Asante Samuel, Dorian Strong. Okay, so the one thing I want to do is I want to change the playbook because I want to have better success. So I think I'm going to go with Detroit's playbook. I don't know why, but I feel like that's going to be the best move for the team we have right now. So I'm going to move this to Detroit's playbook, and we're going to see how year number 3 goes for us in the hopes, like I said, we're back in the playoffs. So at the end of year number 3, deja vu strikes us as we draw the Baltimore Ravens again as we travel to M&T Bank Stadium once again. But finish up at 11-6, as I mentioned. We get to play the Ravens in round 1. So let's take a look at the player stats to end off the season. So I felt like Detroit's playbook made a lot of sense for what we had on offense. So offensively went up to 14th NFL, defensively down to 21st. But 36 touchdowns, 10 interceptions from Herbert, so a lot better of a year. 18 touchdowns, 1,000 yards from J.K. Dobbins, which is great. Ott, only 203 yards receiving wise. Ladd McConkey, Josh Palmer, both incredible. Rashid Shaheed was good. Josh Palmer got in the end zone 16 times, and then our tight end was involved quite a bit with 8 touchdowns. Ladd McConkey, 6. Okay, defensively, sacks wise, you did have 10 from Joey Bosa, back where he should be. Josh Uche was 7, 5 from Thule, and then you had 3 interceptions from Henley, 3 from Benjamin Morrison, and 2 from Ernest Jones. All right. We lost the Ravens in the first season, but this time we're jumping in. We're beating this team. So round 1 of the playoffs in this 3rd season, facing the team we played in year number 1, the Baltimore Ravens. The Harbaugh brothers are once again going after it. So let's see if we can come out here and beat the Ravens. Starting off with a stop on defense, and we will go score on our first drive. That's already a great start, but they do respond. Can we go score again? Yes, 10-7. Scoring before half would look great. It's going to be a ball after half, and now it's 10-14. Can we go put up some points, please? There we go. 17-14. We get a stop on defense, get the ball back. We can't soak the game away. Okay, now we can run the ball 3 times and end this game off with a first down. And you guys know I've had success with doing that lately every time we've jumped in these scenarios. So let's see if we can do it again. Now, I'm just going to keep this on the ground to start things off here with our good O-line, and Ott's going to get us 2 yards. I mean, we could kick a field goal no matter what, so that's good. But obviously, would love to just end this here. So we're going to hand this off to the former Raven, J.K. Dobbins. I kind of like this to the left side, but I can't flip the play. Whatever, I'm just going to go to the right, and I'm going to cut this up the middle, and that's going to get us closer, 3rd and 2. All right, so that was a really nice play there that we needed. All right, so one more play, and this game is over if we can get the first down. We're going back to we're still at Dobbins. Do I want to gamble with this and just throw the ball? Nope, just run it. Make them use that last time out. And just trust Dobbins to get the first down. Yeah, that was the better option. There was no need to gamble it away. And now we can just kneel this out, and we can head to divisional weekend. We get our lick back, or our revenge, rather. And now we can just kneel this out, like I said. I always click the wrong thing. Let's go true clock. And all right, I'll see you guys in the next round to see who we're going to play in divisional weekend. There's a good chance that our reign comes to an end here because we're going up against Kansas City, our division rival, but they went 16-1 in this simulation. So good luck to us here. I don't know how this is going to go. We head to Arrowhead, 16-1 Kansas City Chiefs. What could possibly go wrong, right? So let's see what happens. Let's jump straight into this thing as we start off with the football, and we turn it over immediately, it looks like. I don't know what just happened there. Oh, God, it's not great so far. It's going to be 3-14. It's 21-3. We get another field goal. Okay, we get an interception. Okay, we're not out of the water just yet. It's 13-28. We can still win this. It's winnable, but we need to score, and then we need to stop on defense. Will we get the stop on defense is the question. I don't know. But I do think this is doable still. The fact that we, have put up some points, I think we have a chance. I'm going to go... Wow, he's got a lot of field. If that would have been a better throw, would have went even further. But that was a great start to this drive. That was beautiful. We're going to keep going with the same play because that was a beautiful, beautiful route. I mean, he's there again. We got to take it again. I mean, he's just there. Let's just do it. Juke. And that's the running back that Madden, our assistant GM, drafted us. All right, we won't go back to that play, though. Let's see if we can sneak him on the half. Actually, no, I don't like this because if the halfback wheel ain't there, then I can't really throw it anywhere else, it feels like. So, okay. Come out in this. I think we might have Sheed for the touchdown. He drops it. There's a flag on the play I think I just saw, if I'm not mistaken. Is that roughing the passer? No, it's holding. Offense, of course. Okay, well, I guess the play wouldn't have counted if Shaheed caught it, so maybe it's a good thing he didn't. That sucks. All right, well, let's see if we can... Ooh, add McConkey in press coverage. I like the look of that. So let's see if safety... He does have safety help. We go to our tight end, and that's our boy. And just like that, we already get the necessary yards to get our first down back. I'm not going to run the read option with Justin Herbert, although the man was moving tonight against Cincinnati, not going to lie. So we could in theory, but I'm going... Bro, I swear, these running back routes, they're always getting stuck on the line in Madden 25. It's really annoying, bro. Like, I'm trying to get the ball out to my running back underneath because it's a freaking safe route, and it just, they get stuck. All right, so let's see what we got going on here. I'm going Ladd McConkey underneath. Turn up field. First down. We'll take it. First and goal. All right. We are 5 wide right now, so I cannot run it, which sucks because I actually would prefer to just run it here. But we'll see if we can get Loud McConkey touchdown. I'm looking for him. If not, I might just throw this away. Let's see. That is not even who I wanted to throw it to. I clicked the wrong button. That's fine. Let's just run. Let's come out here and just run the football. I feel better about that being incomplete. I was going to throw that to Loud McConkey, but we're going to come out here and run the ball with Dobbins and hope I don't get stuffed. All right, blocking wasn't there originally, and we get 1 more yard. I'm going right back to it. I don't even care. All right, get in the end zone. I trust you, Dobbins. I trust you. There it is. Touchdown. All right, I kind of want to go for 2 in this scenario right now. I'm not going to lie. We're going to go for 2 right now. Although that, yeah. So we're going to play full game. We're going for 2. I want the 2-point conversion right now. That way we only have to score a touchdown later and then the extra point. Or go for 2 again if we feel the need to do so. All right, so let's see. Can we get Ladd? 2-point. He's there. There we go. 21-28. We just need a stop on defense. The question is, will we get it? I don't know. Let's play all offense and let's slow this down. Normal. Okay, so 4-yard rush for Pacheco. 3rd and 7. Penalty against the offense. Surely they don't complete this. 3rd and 17. Negative 1-yard rush. We get the ball back. Beautiful stuff. Let's jump in here and let's go take this game back. 1:25 left in the clock. We are on our own 2-yard line. That is brutal. We only have 1 timeout as well. Holy moly, this sucks. This is not a great start to this drive. Well, I'm giving myself space by running a fullback dive. So obviously not really what you want to come out in. Wow, this is brutal. Yeah, this is not good at all. Not really what I want to start this drive with. But we got to call a timeout. We got to call our first timeout. I mean, there's really nothing we can do because if I no huddle this, I'm going to burn so much time. It would have been so... Okay. I mean, this is just a brutal place to start this drive, obviously. But let's see if we can make something happen here. I think we have our tight end. If that's... Oh, my goodness. I needed the out-of-bounds play. All right, we're going to spike this. Oh, I wanted him to get out of bounds, but he fell. Damn, that sucked. Okay, well, we got to make something happen in 27 seconds. I mean, we still have the opportunity to, like I said, a lot of different options still on the table. I think we have Ladd McConkey. Why is it when I lob it with Justin Herbert, it's thrown as like a dime? Like, I need that lobbed and not bolted. I don't know why those were being bolted because I'm literally clicking lob pass and it's just being bolted. Like, it makes no sense. I don't understand. Whatever. All right, so I want to lob to Rashid Shaheed. Do I get it? It's there. Please. What is Madden doing? I literally clicked yak. What are we doing? Why was that not why didn't he even make a play on the ball? I literally was holding X. What was yeah, X, right? I was freaking holding it. Why the hell was that not a catch? What on earth, bro? I have no idea what this game is right now. Shaheed, you want to try to catch this one? Of course he doesn't. It wouldn't have mattered, though. Oh, that was 4th down, too. Unbelievable. Like, why was that not a catch? I'm so confused. Well, guys, I'm going to end it on that note because we go into this offseason with little to no cap space because obviously the Justin Herbert restructure, and it just really doesn't get us in a good position. So we have so many guys resign and not enough money to work with. So I'm going to end it on that note. The Chiefs won 16-1. That shit pissed me off anyway. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.